Hi everyone, I'm Eric. I just wanted to share with you a little kit that I have, and it actually lives in my 72-hour kit, but I take it with me on every hike and every camp out. It's just some essentials that I have so that in case something happens, I get in trouble, I have options. And one of those things is, of course, is fire starting material. Being able to have a fire is a must. It's a huge morale booster because it will keep you warm, you can cook with it, and you can purify water with it if you need to. I'm also going to teach you how to make a little fire starting item that it will burn even if it gets wet. You can light it with a match, you can light it with steel wool and a battery, or flint and steel, a lighter. It will light. And not only, it doesn't burn for just seconds, it will burn for minutes. So I'll teach you how to make that. So all the stuff that I'm going to show you, it fits into this little basically 6x11 stuff sack. Okay, so let me show you the stuff that's in there. Here's what fits all into my 6x11 little stuff sack here. Some of the essentials that I have are a headlamp. It's really important that you have a flashlight. The reason headlamps are great is because you'll always have two hands free because the light is on your head. I also make sure that I have extra batteries that fit that headlamp, and I put tape on the top and bottom so the positive and negative don't touch, and it can't set anything, it can't light anything on fire, and also it can't drain the battery. A little micro head net for mosquitoes. It just fits over my head. Those work great. It'll keep you from going crazy if the mosquitoes are thick. This is very essential. It's a small bivouac or bivy. It's basically like a space blanket on the inside, but it's shaped like a sleeping bag that if you have to, you can get inside of it, and at least you'll be reflecting some of that body heat back in. Again, if you just get in an emergency situation. This is a life straw. You've got to have water. You have to have water. So if you are stuck somewhere and all you have is a stream or even maybe almost a puddle, I hear these things can filter that out, and you're going to be okay because you'll have some water. I've got paracord, and I bought these little barrel connectors to fit on there so you can cinch it up if you have to. Maybe you can make a little tent type thing out of your bivy sack. Extra shoelaces help to secure things and whatnot. Zip ties. I have a few zip ties in there. I have a signal mirror. I've got a magnifying glass, which also will help you if you need to see something, but also it'll help you start a fire if you need to. And there's a little razor on this one. I just picked that up. And a compass. I have a compass in there. Most of these things I bought from a neat little store, Recreation Outlet. I know they have a location in Salt Lake, and they have one in American Fork. I've been able to purchase just almost anything from here, and these guys have a great warranty on these headlamps. I also have a small stove that maybe I can show you sometime I bought from there. I've actually bought a lot of stuff over the years from there. Now, in here is my fire starting stuff. First thing I want you to notice is that any of my fire starting materials, they're in Ziploc bags, and more than one of them. You got to keep your stuff dry. So I've taken my stuff out of the double Ziploc bags that I have for my fire starting stuff. This is simply dryer lint. I have this little leather pouch I made on a scout camp once. This is flint and steel. This stuff is great. It will light steel wool. It will light. I'll show you this paste that I've made here. This is a bag of cedar bark and steel wool, and I think there's another flint and steel inside there, but I keep that in another Ziploc bag again to keep it dry. Cedar bark is super dry. You can make a little bird's nest out of it, put your starting material in there, get your flint and steel, strike it in there, and you've got a little fire to go and to start, and it will burn. Now again, of course you're going to need more material to put on it, so gather that stuff beforehand, and then get your little bird's nest going and started. I found this, I think I got this little weird container as well, and it's nice because the cap twists on, so that helps keep it dry too. And again, inside this little tube I've got some cedar bark. I think I have some char cloth in there as well. I actually have some little waterproof matches and some toilet paper. Again, this kit is about having options. so that you don't feel like you're in trouble and you just don't have any options. I have a lighter. If that works, just start it, go. You don't need to waste time. You don't have to do it fancy. One of the things I've done, though, is I took a hair band and I wrap it around the lighter and I put it under the little thing where when you strike it down, when that goes under there, that means that when this is in your kit, you can't if something pushes down on this, you're not accidentally off gassing the fluid that's in here. So that helps that, so that can't be depressed down. Okay, it's just a basic lighter. Waterproof matches. Toilet paper can be used what it's intended for and keeping it dry again, or you can use it to help start your fire. Now, this stuff that's in here, this is just a medicine bottle, an empty medicine bottle, and inside there I have that stuff that I was telling you about that will burn for minutes. I'm going to show you how to make it, but honestly, all that it's made of is cotton balls and Vaseline, and that's it. I can pour water in this, I can pour the water out, then I can spread out one of these, spark it with a flint and steel or a lighter, whatever, and it will burn. So I'm going to teach you how to make those. It's super easy. In fact, I think you can even use Vaseline if you wanted to. If you didn't have any cotton balls, use dryer lint. That'll work too. So let me show you how to make those. Here's my essential materials for making this. It's super easy. This is just Vaseline, and these are just cotton balls. That's all it is. In fact, this right here is just the cotton from like your prescription bottles, what they put in the top of the pills or your vitamins and stuff. You can take this, you can use that too. So basically, and I'm just wearing these gloves just to clean my hands up easier so I don't make a mess. But essentially, you take the cotton ball, you put it down inside the Vaseline jar, and you basically just mash it around until that cotton ball is really good and saturated with the Vaseline. That's how easy it is. Then you just take it and put it inside your old prescription bottle or whatever it is you want to make it with. Here I'm going to use the cotton from the excess thing. Scoop it in there. Then I just take it and mash it and mix it so that the Vaseline gets right down in thoroughly into the cotton. These gloves really do help a lot so you're not making so much of a mess. Okay, you could buy stuff online that is like this stuff. It's a lot more expensive. This is a really cheap, simple way to do it. And in fact, I just took some and I made 4 of them for my family. So, and I said, here, you guys, put these in your 72-hour kit. And so this way, if something happens, I'm not there. If I don't have mine, they have options. They'll still be able to light a fire. No problem. Provided, again, they can get other and more material to keep the fire going. But at least with this, you've got a quick, easy way, an easy option to get it started. Okay? So I'm going to go show you how well this lights. Okay, so I'm out here on the porch. All I've got here is my flint and steel. One of those cotton balls with the Vaseline on it, and a little bit of cedar bark. That's all it is. So I take it, I put that in the middle of there, and I try to have a few tufts of the cotton ball kind of poking up, and then I just get a strike or two onto the cotton ball, and that Vaseline will burn. I'm going to just speed this up and time lapse it and tell you how long it burned for. Here's 1 minute, and it will actually burn for quite a while. So at least this gets you going so that you're not having to try to light something with one match and then have the match go out. Here's 2 minutes. Here's 3 minutes. 4 minutes. 5 minutes. 6 minutes. So as you can see, one cotton ball, the way I showed you with the Vaseline, burns for quite a while, and it'll help you get your fire started So I hope you guys found this helpful and that you learned something. Take care. Thanks.